The Prince of Persia and the Prince of Grecia, Greece, are spiritual beings mentioned in Daniel 10, a chapter in the Old Testament that pulls back the curtain on the unseen spiritual warfare taking place behind earthly empires. These princes are not human kings, but territorial demonic powers, fallen angels or principalities, assigned to influence and govern earthly kingdoms in rebellion against God. 1. Biblical source, Daniel 10. Daniel had been fasting and praying for 3 weeks. Finally, an angelic messenger appears to him and says, "But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia." Daniel 10:13 and later. "Then said he, Knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia? And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Grecia shall come." Daniel 10:22. Interpretation. Not human rulers, but spiritual powers. These are not mere human kings. The Prince of Persia detained a powerful angel for 21 days, something no human could do. This being required Michael the archangel to intervene. Michael is elsewhere described as a great prince who stands guard over the children of your people, Daniel 12:1, which aligns him with Israel's protection. Thus, the Prince of Persia represents a demonic principality over the Persian Empire, an ancient satanic power working to influence the political and spiritual direction of Persia. The Prince of Grecia is the demonic entity that would arise over the Greek Empire, particularly as Alexander the Great rose to power. This is prophetic. Daniel was living under the Persian Empire, but God was revealing to him that the next major world empire, Greece, would likewise be ruled by a similar spiritual force. 3. Spiritual warfare in the heavenly realms. The Apostle Paul confirms this understanding in the New Testament. "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Ephesians 6:12. This clarifies that behind every earthly kingdom, there may be a spiritual power or principality. These entities war against the purposes of God. Nations, ideologies, and rulers can be manipulated by these principalities unless they align with God. 4. Modern implications. Many scholars, theologians, and spiritual leaders believe that just as ancient Persia and Greece had demonic princes, so do modern nations. These spiritual forces influence culture, law, and governance, stir up deception, idolatry, perversion, and rebellion against God. Often work through elite structures, globalist ambitions, or ideological strongholds, e.g., atheism, Marxism, technocratic utopianism. Michael, the archangel, still stands over Israel today, Daniel 12:1, but other nations may be under opposing principalities. 5. Conclusion. Theological and prophetic significance. The Prince of Persia. The demonic authority over the Persian Empire. The Prince of Grecia, the demonic authority over the Grecian Empire. Both are part of Satan's hierarchy, opposing God's plans and fighting angelic messengers. Michael represents God's protection over Israel and spiritual resistance to these dark powers. This passage is not symbolic poetry. It reveals a real cosmic battle. God's word is not just about what's visible on earth, but what's raging in the unseen realm. The Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomsoever he will. Daniel 4:17. Yet spiritual war continues until the final Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, crushes all powers, principalities, and rulers once and for all. Colossians 2:15, Revelation 19.